Still gotta come up with a name for this. Have no idea what it's gonna be. Hello and welcome back. I'm back after a small hiatus stint, but thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jeremy Montoya, and I'm super jazzed to share with you this resource that I think is going to help propel you and just help you get things done and start looking at the bigger picture so that you can align your goals with it. On the last video, I was at Podcast Movement, gave you guys just a small update on what we had going on, but one of the speakers that opened up Podcast Movement was Chris Brogan. On top of his humor, on top of his wisdom that he imparted on all the attendees there, he was nice enough to share a book with people that went to a session. It's called The Freaks Will Inherit the Earth: Entrepreneurship for Weirdos, Misfits, and World Dominators. And I was reading this on my way back from California yesterday, and I probably had the most productive road trip I've ever had. I only read it for about 2.5 hours, but what really got me to stop, and guys, I don't do many of the little directions and things the authors tell you to do in here just because there's too many of them and I read a lot of books. So I pick and choose, but Chris, you got me thinking, so thank you for that. I'm a person that's all about the big picture, and when it comes to making my dreams and my future, I want to make sure that they're all aligned together so that I'm making effort and making it efficient as I can. And what it basically comes down to is this. Think about what you want to do 5 years from now, 3 years from now, or even a year from now if that's too far out, which I completely understand, because even for me, it's a little bit murky as I found out through this exercise. Start to write out those things. Maybe it's an amount in the bank account. Maybe it's what you're doing. Maybe it's where you are. Start to write out those accomplishments as if you are, as if you've already done them, in my opinion, so that you can get it right in your mind. Think about where you need to be 6 months from now if you're aiming for that goal. And start to write out the things that you should be doing or the things that would be checked off on that 6-month list. And then break that down in half to 3 months and then 1 month. Now you have a 90-day goal that you can start aiming at, which should be pretty tangible. Inside of that 90-day goal, as you break down all the pieces inside of it, you can start to look at where should you begin. If you're aiming towards a dollar amount, you can divide that now and start aiming at it. If you're aiming at maybe amount of subscribers on your email list or friends on Facebook, whatever it might be, or likes on Facebook, now you can start to aim at that and start to chip away. What it essentially does for you is it gives you the bigger picture, and it also gives you what you should be doing right now. So I hope this tip helps you out as you are starting to aim towards your goals and as you're starting to map out your future like it did for me. I hope to post more resources for you guys on this because I think there's a lot to be said and a lot that needs to be said for really chasing those dreams and doing it in the most efficient way possible. Now, I gotta be honest, guys, I lied in my last video. I was in Dallas and I mentioned I was gonna have some videos coming up in the next day or two, and it's been a little bit longer than that. So thank you so much for sticking with me to that point. Again, my name is Jeremy Montoya. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video.